roll call.
Here.
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 Present. Okay, we do have a quorum present, so therefore we can conduct city business. So at this particular time, we'll call over Mr. Fly for the bill over, $1,000 minutes. The last meeting, which everyone has, and the financial statement.
Your bill's over $1,000 for November. Your fabric clean for chemicals is $1,944.68. Scott Petroleum for fuel is $3,853.76. Vessel Gas Company for the testing, $1,564. Papers for the annual payment is $4,810. Arkansas Municipal League for workers' comp insurance for 2015 is $11,669. Tupelo County for the bookkeeping service is $1,908. Get rid of it, commercial garbage is $6,926. Get rid of it for the residential garbage is $15,067. Total of $47,742.44. Moving to your financial statements. For the month of November, your general funds took in $91,755.71. You had expenses of $127,558.68 for $35,802.97 loss. And what that was we had a reduction in sales taxes, $10,000 for the month. We purchased a copier for $5,100. Paid $5,000 on insurance for workers' comp insurance, and then we had the Christmas bonuses of $11,500.
And it was 35,000 of what?
The loss was $35,802.97. Well, it was in the bills in April. Street funds. Street funds took in $15,819.37. It had expenses of $15,593.18 for $226.19 profit.
That bill lost.
Your water funds took in $18,521.79. You had operating expenses of $30,306.62 for an operating loss of $11,784.46. You had depreciation expense, $4,026.59. The net loss, overall loss, $15,811.42. Most
Now,
of
what's that
that,
appreciation? Is that actually a $15,000 loss?
no, it's appreciation is a non-cash expense.
Right. So the
So actually, your cash loss was $11,781. Your actual cash loss. You had appreciation in another expense. It paid the audit of $6,200. The water and sewer audit for last year, and then it had consolidated electric for $3,500, which is right at $10,000 of cash loss. So sewer funds. Sewer funds took in $42,037.40. We had operating expenses of $49,904.02, for a cash loss of $7,866.62. We had depreciation of $7,027.75, for an overall net loss of $14,894.37. It also paid $6,200 for the audit, water is half the audit, and $5,000 on the water and sewer bonuses. That was $11,000. But actually had any profit left from two items. Those covered. Any questions?
Waiting for another form, so I'm not in progress.
Well, you last month, you had a good month last month, always happy.
Yeah, go ahead. You wanna go ahead and explain the insurance?
Did y'all get the insurance confirmation?
No? Go ahead or not, thanks.
Yeah, let me kind of just explain what's going on. Currently, we are a class 2 in city, with medical insurance, premium. Which means our, each employee's premium is $369 a month. Now, each employee is paying $50 a month for it. And the city is paying $339. Now, we got a letter in from the Municipal Health League, saying we will continue to be the class 2 for 2015. However, if we want to reduce our premiums, we can go up to a $1,200 or $2,000 deductible and reduce our class by one class, we can go down to $335 a month. If y'all decide to do that. If we leave it the same now, we're going to continue paying the $369 on the current bill. If you want to raise the deductibles, the health insurance will go down to $335.50 per employee. But you'll have to raise your deductibles too.
What's the deductible now?
Keisha, $1,000.
I think so, yeah. It's
If we
about-
go up to 1,200 or 22,000, we bring everybody's premium down to $335. $369.
That's if we went to $1,200 deductible.
No, 2,000. 2,000, and reduce your rate by one class. Which brings it down to class 1, $335.
Yeah, they already.
That's just an election that the city needs to, if they want to continue like we are, we don't do anything. Continue on. It'll be $369 a month like it has. Only if you want to reduce your premium. We've got couple of
You know, with no raises being given, I think maybe we should leave it like it is. It's kind of hard for people that don't have a big income. And for the few dollars you're gonna save, you might be better off to leave it like it is. We gotta have some compassion for our people.
Hold that up. Come back on you in just a few minutes. Remember compassion. Okay, so everything, just gonna leave it just like it is, right? Everybody, okay? All right? Thank you, Ms. Platt. We're gonna move on.
Need a motion.
Need a motion on the insurance or?
No, no.
Financial and business.
Oh, I so move that, we accept the bill on the down in the minutes.
About procrastinating tonight. It's been moved and properly second that we accept the bills over $1,000, the minutes of the last meeting and the financial statements. Any discussion, debate on the motion? If not, let's vote. Those in favor, please let it be known by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Ayes have it. Motion carries. Mayor's comments, gonna be brief here. Okay. They told me to announce that Christmas dinner has been planned for December the 19th for the employees and city council members that wish to participate. They may bring, the fee is $10, it's for a couple. And each person may voluntarily bring something to contribute as far as food is concerned. So we are extending this invitation now to the council members. So any council members that wish to participate, please do not hesitate to talk to Ms. Keisha Ellis. Now, on the compassion issue, Reverend Hargrave was talking about just a few minutes ago. Christmas kind of runs a little bit sacred this time. I think we off for Christmas Eve on 24th and Christmas on 25th. So they asked, and Reverend Hargrave is so illustrious put it, the compassion issue, that could it be some kind of way that they might get that next day off?
Okay, Christmas Eve is on Wednesday?
Yes. No, 3.
Christmas Eve, Christmas, the day after Christmas.
Christmas Eve,
The
Christmas
Friday.
Day after Christmas.
Come back the following Tuesday.
Everybody gonna pay the water bill, gonna pay it.
Oh, okay, all right.
I don't see any reason why they can't have those days off.
The state and the federal have it all.
Okay.
Did we give them any raises?
Yes. Okay, maybe we have a motion for that.
I
Thanks
so
for everybody.
move that we give them, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and day after off.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second that we extend to our employees Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and the day after that off. Any debate, a discussion on the motion?
Okay, if we.
That means you off too, just take off from there.
Say, emergency or something happens.
They always come on emergency.
I mean, I know, we call the police department, like we always say, they get in touch with the.
Yeah, Chief, y'all can handle that for dispatch and all that, couldn't you?
For us, what,
If emergency come up, sewer stop up, this and that, dogs need to be called or something like that.
yes, sir, they call us anyway.
But they call them anyway. Okay. Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Ayes have it. Motion carries.
See, we thought I had no compassion.
All right, I knew you had it. This is Christmas time. Okay, the only thing I like to say, I like to all the residents, homeowners, call your insurance company. As of December the 1st, your insurance rate went down, should go down, because we went from a 6 to a 4. And I can tell you one thing, that it works. So call your insurance, home insurance, call your insurance company and tell them, they already got to the database.
I've already talked to them.
Okay, you already done? Okay, everybody already, okay?
I talked to mine and he said that they was gonna do it automatically.
Right. Okay. So that's the big issue we got right there. Yes, insurance company will reward you with a Christmas bonus. That's another compassion Okay, we're gonna move on, old business. New business. Department reports. You got Mr. Howland, he's like, oh, here comes the police department, he's moving fast here.
Dermott, police car Monday, activity report for the month of November 2018. There was a total of $9,785 collected by the courts for the city of Nissy. There was a total of 37 arrests for the month. There was a total of 620 calls that came to the police car and hotline. We made 7 hazard arrests, 1 UWI arrest, 2 drug arrests, 6 felony arrests, 17 criminal arrests, 11 radar arrests, 23 warrants and songs were served. We had 43 disturbance calls, 2 accident investigations, 10 complaints, 18 liquor court hours, 4 circuit court hours, 32 hours of training, and 24 tax citation each.
Okay, Chief, did you wanna come up here, you wanna make sure I explain this from here? Libby did talk to me about this. I don't know if anybody got this besides myself. Ms. Ken, did you get this?
No.
Nobody got it, I mean, okay. Well, it is the pay scale that we have here, and Mr. Evans has completed the police telecommunication training, and by this, okay.
Just changed back in October 2014.
I understand, that's one of the things we have to have, that's for the jail is concerned,
Yes, sir.
certified jail.
Jail standard, you have to have a certified jail. And all dispatchers have to be jail certified also.
They are,
I have, everybody with the exception of one, Ebony, because she's the last hire. She's really going, so she have to go do a week over, Canada, 40 hours.
okay, this is what the chief, recommended. The standards, that we got here says that this pay can range anywhere up to $9.61, a jail or street worker. Anybody wanna look at this?
That's what the last,
That's what, we negotiated with.
right, the last jail street worker was making that.
Right here.
I left some room.
And you asking $9.25,
Yes, sir.
he's making at this particular time $7.50.
Yes, sir. Thank you. The jail and he worked the street crew. And I think he's been doing a very good job. Kind of do
So you got paperwork seems to be on? Yeah, it's a ticket.
Thank you, Mr.
Yeah, that's a certificate.
Okay, yes, we got.
We have to get the
Uh-huh, anybody wanna look at the certificate? Well, I don't have the whole thing. Okay, it'll be moved to proper second that, Mr. Evans, Linda Evans, because of the certification that he's gotten for as a jailer, street worker, et cetera, is concerned, that Sarah moved from $7.50 to $9.25, which is in essence of what we got here. So, in discussion on this increase for supply. Now we vote, Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. As had, motion carries. Streets, looking good.
Stay.
I thought I heard it.
It's automatic.
It's automatic, you know.
It's automatic. It's in and go.
Good. Okay, we are going to move on here. Next thing is the Alderman's reports. Ward 1, Councilperson Curtis Graham, Councilperson Ms. Betty Morse.
I don't have anything, except I would like to take this opportunity to thank the citizens of Dermott who has supported me for 20 years on the council, and I appreciate that. And this will be my last council meeting, and I do want y'all to know that I'll be thinking about you, and may God bless Dermott, the council, and God bless America.
Councilperson, thank you for those remarks. Really touching. Thank you very much. Investor,
I don't have anything to say.
Stevenson.
I haven't received anything from the citizens, so if they do have some complaints, I hope that we'll be able to resolve it. I say, I haven't seen anything from the ward saying that they was having any problems with anything. I said, well, in the future, I would like to be able to at least come forward to the council so it can be resolved.
Okay. Councilperson Charles Hargrave.
Aye.
Ken Hargrave.
I got a lot of systems on the other slide. You
Okay.
I just want to say, thank the citizens for 4 years of service to the city of Dermott, and it's been really good, life's good. Congratulations to all of those who have succeeded in their runnings, and I pray that the cities get stronger, get better, and I just want to say thank you, and it's been a tremendous 4 years. Political life stop here, but the party don't never end.
Thank you for those remarks, Reverend Hargrave. Okay. We're going to be moving on. Do we have any zoning? No, he doesn't have anything. Mr. Holloman did have me to issue a directive for all citizens to pull their leaves to the cover. I mean, to the gutters, and we will take the leaf machine and pick them up. Of course, as everything would have it, the leaf machine broke down. So y'all stop pulling those leaves in the gutter. Anyway, watch out now, watch out. Y'all burn y'all. You burn out. No, not burn leaves. No, you can burn leaves. I mean, you know, as long as you
I
don't.
bought a new machine that grinds them.
But no, we got to take that machine, Mr. Fly. That's gonna be another big issue, but we got to take the machine probably to Cersei. It was free to it. I mean, we got it on a grant way back there, so it's $27,000. We haven't had any problem with it, but as those things go. Anyway, we're using the old-fashioned way. We're using manual labor to get the leaves up and put them in the back of the truck. So y'all still squeaking to the gutters, to the cupboards and whatever, and we'll still pick them up. Those people who do not want to burn or whatever, let us know. We'll come and get those up too. Don't sack them, because if we sack them, when we get to the landfill, we have to unsack them. Is that right, Ms. Holland? They won't take the plastic bags. All right.
That's news to me, because I've seen sacks.
Well, yes, they're easy to handle if they're in the sack, but when we get to the landfill with them, they don't take them. We have to take them out the sack. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the public comment section. Yes, sir, Mr. Dermott.
I have to ask, it would be great if the council would renew our contract. With everything that's been going on this fall, we've kind of sidestepped it, we never brought up the issue or anything. We're running a full-time paramedic truck, 24/7, and a basic truck to back that truck up, 24/7, Monday through Friday, and on-call truck on Saturday and Sunday. As of December the 31st, our contract expired, so we will be under no obligation to provide any ambulance service to citizens of Dermott. I do not feel like this is a good idea. I would hope that the council would, just renew the contract. New administration can do anything they want to, but I don't feel it's to the public's best interest to go into the new year without having a contract in place to provide for that full-time paramedic truck. So I would ask the council,
We'll ask the council.
procedure or whatever, to just extend the contract that they already have in place.
How long you want it extended?
It's in the contract, the original contract, for another year. And of course, there's also written into the contract, a way to dissolve it if people want to. But to go, January 1st and not have somebody responsible for providing ambulance service, I do not believe in public safety. And of course, I would like to have a contract in place so I can plan on being here.
You said that, you said that you all have a paramedic truck and a basic truck at this point?
Yes, ma'am, we are under contract to provide one paramedic truck 24/7. That's it. In addition to the contract, we provide the second ambulance. Our contract only specifies that second ambulance if the first one goes out of our immediate service area. If they take a little rock transfer or something. The medic truck right there. So we have a medic truck here. If it goes out of town, we have the basic truck up during the week. If it goes out of town on the weekend, we bring another truck up. We've gone the last 2 weekends, which we consider Saturday and Sunday, and made 2 calls in 4 days. We are definitely losing money by doing that, but it's our commitment to the service and it's part of the contract. It might be great to have, every day Monday through Friday, but you've got to commit to the 7-day a week.
Was there somebody else coming in and getting, patients or?
Well, as long as we have the franchise, which is what the contract awards to us, it would be breaking our franchise, breaking the city ordinance if somebody did. When we need assistance, this department immediately calls McGee, or we call whomever we can get. We don't have to do that, very much. We've got, like today, we ran 3 trucks. If we know we have scheduled transport to the nursing home, we put up the 3rd truck. There's not anybody else around here that's running 3 trucks. We're in Dermott. We solicit business, we're aggressive, we want the dialysis patients, we want the wound care patients, we want people that are bed, if you're bed bound, and it would be, to their best interest to go on an ambulance, and that's what we pursue.
But do you have a good rapport with the nursing home now?
Yes, ma'am.
One question.
your people, are they all certified?
Yes, sir, they have to. May the 28th was the last day that we could hire somebody that did not have a healthcare license. They're either an emergency medical technician or they're a paramedic. The problem in this industry is they've raised the standards so high now, we have very few people that can pass the test. We have a very severe shortage right now, and it's just gonna get worse. Paramedics can fast track and be an RN in 1 year, a lot of them do it. EMTs can go to medical school, but it's hard to go to medical school and work and family. It's just not the people going into it that used to, and the people that seem to be going into it, God bless them, I hope they can figure out how to pass the national register test. Once you pass that test, you can work anywhere in the United States. But, passing the course and passing the test has been a real bad problem the last 3 or 4 years, and there's just not that influx of EMTs coming out. So consequently, we're paying more than we've ever paid, and I only have 8 employees. So my payroll will be well over $1 million, $250,000.
I know that there's caveats that happen, extenuating circumstances, but I know of an incident that happened, I guess over the weekend, where a person was laid out prone on Family Dollar's parking lot.
Yes.
They called you all, and I think they said that the ETA was, arrival time was 5 minutes. I don't think that ever happened, and they was wondering what happened because they had to load the person up in the PD car, in the cruiser, and meet McGee halfway to get him to the hospital.
And that's basically a good example of the worst problem that we have. The ambulance was unloading the patient at the nursing home at the time. So it would have taken 5 minutes. We do this from time to time. We take the patient to the hospital, we call them ahead of time. We drop that patient off, give a report, get back to the scene as quick as we can. We drop the patient off to the nursing home, we get the call as quick as we can. If the patient can be taken in a POV, we're not gonna get paid anyway. If we desire, if he was a spinal problem, if there was any, we all know the patient. There's a continuous patient. He can go in the car just as well as he can go in an ambulance. It's not gonna make any difference. If it had been somebody that had fallen and had hurt their back, then yes, we would request that nobody do that. We're still the closest ambulance, even if we're dropping off a patient at the nursing home. We're a whole lot closer than waiting on an ambulance to come from McGee or Lake Village. We can get one. But what happens is, they had to take the man to the hospital in the police car. Nobody knows anything else about what goes on. And it goes all the way around town, gets whooped up into, I wish we had an ambulance service that could answer that call. Well, I wish we did too. It's just the facts of life are, you get 2 ambulances. I said if I had 15 ambulances here one day, I'd have 16 calls at the same time. That's the nature of our business. We've always got a truck here to handle the first call. It's the second and the third that we get in trouble on, and we know, and he knows, if our truck's tied up, a lot of times they'll just go ahead and call McGee, because they know we're gonna be transporting the patient. And everything's different, every incident is different. Common sense plays a big part in it. The professionalism that we get from the dispatching plays a big part in it. And the cooperation that we get with the community. You know, when we get a call and it says, my baby can't breathe. Well, I tell you, there's some people moving as fast as they can, they're driving that ambulance as fast as they can, and they get over to somebody's house, and 85-year-old grandma that called about her 50-year-old son and says, an asthma attack. And we're all thinking, maybe, my baby can't breathe. We're doing the best we
You
can.
got a physician now, first time.
Yes, ma'am, Dr. Robert Scott, Jewel and Brady, and Dumas. He's the doctor for the Charities Clinic in Dumas. He's actually been down here, he's been on calls with us. He's very involved, like the health department wants. Comes down about bi-weekly is the way it's going to go.
I think the main thing here, and I thought we tried to address that at the last council meeting when you were here, or something, is the communication problems, you know? That if you had communicated back maybe with the PD or something, you know, and told them, well, 5 minutes, a little bit beyond our scope, you know, it might take up a little bit longer, then you might want to take the patient, you know, and go ahead and transport them or something like this. I think we had a pretty good communication, then these problems wouldn't come out like this, and they'll be solved, and we'll know exactly what to do. So I'm not trying to fault, you know, that your ambulance service, that you had a patient here, you can't be in two places at the same time, and you might not have all these ambulances ready to go at the same time, but I think we just communicate a little better. I think we can solve a lot of problems by doing that. What you think, Chief?
I agree.
Okay.
If you're telling us 5 minutes, then, you know, we expecting 5 minutes. Marvin sat up there and no one ever came. So me and Mom, we just went on and met McGee with the patient.
So I think that's, Mr. Dillon, I believe that will solve that issue if we just had a better method, mode of communication between each person, the PD, which dispatchers and your ambulance service. If this 5 minutes not realistic, you know, just let us know, you know, we don't know what to do. Like you said before, they'll call McGee or somebody else to try to get the patient to the nearest hospital one time. But we don't want to snub the ambulance service. Now, the issue before us right now, and the city attorney's not here, is the ambulance contract renewal. So I assume that the contract is the same as it was previously. And for those citizens out there that, you know, are not aware, you know, we just, you're Elite, are you still Elite?
It's Medical Transport Management Incorporated doing business as Elite.
What?
Huh?
Okay, that's all right, everybody. But anyway, it's the same, I guess, everything is the same. The ambulance service, we don't pay the ambulance service, they operate here as a privilege to the citizens of Dermott, to operate here, and they just get the calls and take the calls, and that's how they get their finances and everything. There's nothing that the city of Dermott does as far as paying them. Is that right, Mr. Dillon? Okay. So, it's just a privilege, I guess, to really have an ambulance service here, I guess. Mr. Bonner, you want to make a...
Yes, are you still the owner of your ambulance service?
Sir?
Are you still the owner of your ambulance service? Or is it another name?
Sir?
Or your company, your ambulance service, is it in your name or another somebody else's personnel name?
It's in my name,
Your name?
100%.
100%. Okay, what's your response time on an ambulance call?
It's not kept.
Huh?
We keep ours, but the city doesn't keep it that other
What is
way
your
around.
response time?
Once we get a call, the rest of it's up to us.
Okay.
Nobody with the city that I know of documents the average response time.
If you're in the city, is your response time 5 or 10 minutes?
Oh, well, if you want to go by the national standard of what
Yes.
some of the other people use for contracts, it's 10 minutes in the city
Okay.
and 20 minutes in the county.
Okay.
Now, if
So
it takes us
your
10
your
minutes.
time is more than 15 minutes, that's obsolete, right? You should be calling somebody else, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I have been on calls and have called when your time is more than 15 minutes. And when a person is having a seizure and is out, your time is rapid.
Well, I would like to be made aware of those instances as soon as possible when we
Mr.
occur,
Phillip.
immediately afterwards.
Mr. Henry Phillip, he made that
point on, at a council meeting a couple of months ago.
You know, Mr. Henry Phillips made comments last month.
Right.
He and I addressed it
But
outside.
that was longer. He had come to the,
He came to the, because his wife came to the station to get her blood pressure checked.
and but he called y'all to the house.
But I was at the
So,
station
but
that
what I'm getting at is, your contract should be canceled. That's under the new, administration that's coming in. Because we needed somebody else that's gonna have a good response time.
Well, I wish you a whole lot of luck.
We can go down and get Chico promoted.
You sure can.
And they can come in
You can
here.
have just as good a service as you do.
McGee will come in here, because like I said,
McGee
McGee,
cannot
they
cross
gonna
the
come.
county line.
McGee gonna come.
He cannot
Okay,
cross the
all
county
right,
line.
thank you all for the comments. Okay, we have a motion, we need a motion. The second, we need some more discussion. Do y'all want to discuss on this issue? Council people, it's up to you all to make a decision.
I think that we need to at least investigate all of the paperwork and all of, make sure everything is in order on his side, because you said the city attorney is not here. And I think we really need to look more into this now before, maybe perhaps next week. I think it needs to be reviewed, because there's some things that needs to be discussed, from citizens as well as us around the table. Someone that up here had asked me, you know, is this, and this, and I told them, I don't know, because we don't have any paperwork in front of us. So I think it really needs to be reviewed at a later time.
Before the 31st?
Before the 31st.
Okay. Ms. Council Stevens, can you have a comment?
Yes, I think we need to, look at it before the 31st, but I don't think we need to just go and make a hasty decision tonight, because it just been brought to our attention before we start reading it. We should get all the papers.
And this should have been brought to our attention about October. So, man, I suggest that it be tabled and we look at it before we go.
Okay. A motion, a form of motion, no, I mean, we don't have to take any action. No motion was made, no second, so therefore there's nothing before the chat, I
Do
mean,
you
before
have
us
a
right
copy of
now.
the contract with you? Did you
Not
bring?
on myself right now, the mayor has a copy of it, the mayor has all the new licensing material, the city attorney has a copy of it. You know, we've been here since September 6th.
Right, but do you have all the employees listed, and do you have all their
I'll
paperwork
give you
on?
anything you want.
Okay.
Do all this service.
Well,
We need all their certification.
give us that paperwork as soon as you possibly can, and we'll schedule a meeting, a call meeting to discuss it.
What you like.
Whatever it is that you got, the contracts and the paramedics and, you know, everything that you got that pertains to your M&S service. And you get it to me in a folder, then we'll schedule a meeting, call council meeting and discuss it before the 31st.
And in the future, we need to know in advance before the date.
Okay.
You know, we're trying to make a decision.
All right. We're gonna move on. Okay? No executive session, no sir. Okay?
We already did.
All we got to do now is just say, Merry Christmas, everybody, and Happy New Year. Okay? Can we get a motion?
So move, we adjourn.
We move to 5 seconds, those in favor, let me know by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Ayes have, motion carries. Meeting adjourned. Okay.